Hello everyone, my name is Jasmine. Thank you for tuning into my channel. I am not a drama channel, but I have opinions on Tati Westbrook's latest video, Breaking My Silence. I'm just going to play parts of her video, and then I will give you my opinion on each thing that she's saying, and there's a lot here to unpack, because oddly enough, I see a lot of people jumping on her side, because she's basically speaking out against Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson, neither of whom I give a crap about. I don't like either one of them. I feel like this video is slightly manipulative, and I'm going to go through certain things that she said and explain why. So hopefully you watch to the end, and let me know what you think in the comments.
But I do want to ask anyone watching this that believes in anything higher than themselves, that believes in any higher power, all higher power, all God is love and the root of love. And I am a woman of faith, and I've been praying every day before this event, scandal, whatever you want to name it. And I just ask that you press pause for a moment, and even just for 10 seconds, just cover this in prayer, because there's so much healing that needs to take place. There's a lot of injustice, and there's a lot of truth that needs to come forward, but it is not going to be easy, and it's very painful. And we're made to feel like we have to follow the herd. And there are so many AI bots and accounts that aren't even real that influence your opinion on whatever narrative is out there, and it is just left me feeling really...
I'm going to stop right there for a second. Number one, I want to bring attention to a lot of what she's doing, and this is why I feel certain things about this video are very manipulative. One, this is going to sound stupid, but her shirt says peace, and this entire beginning part of the video, she's talking about God and prayer and all this stuff. Maybe she's a woman of God, or maybe she's a woman of faith or whatever. It just seems very much like she's trying to already start this video painting herself in like this, halo, halo beauty, in this halo, pure, demure, sweet girl who got taken by two snakes in the Garden of Eden. That's what that sounds like to me. She mentions that she doesn't want to bring harm to anybody. She, she's painting herself in this light of just pure and good, but she did make that video. And she knew when she made that video that a lot of her supporters or people that watch her videos, even if they follow James Charles as well, she was doing an exposed video on someone that she considered a friend. She had to know what the end result of that could be, and she did it anyway. And then even after she did it and took down the video, she made another video, as people are saying, doubling down on it, essentially saying she doesn't change her mind. That's how she felt. So, I don't know. This whole beginning part does seem very manipulative. It was long-winded for no reason. Just get to the meat. Get to why we're here.
And always, and don't bend on that. I feel like sometimes we're breaking ourselves in this world, like our freedom of speech expands in areas and limited in others, because the second someone jumps and disagrees, you feel like so unjust with that, and you feel voiceless and physically unfree. And I think that's a very part of the world right now, that some of the good is suppressed, is voiceless.
Here we have another example, in my opinion, of her trying to manipulate people to be on her side and to see her as the sweet, loving woman. She talks about freedom of speech and how people are being made to be afraid to speak their truth and stuff like that. She specifically says some of the good is suppressed and voiceless. But it's her voice that started all of this in the first place. It's her voice that everyone has been asking for. The entire time, the last however many months, she's been completely silent. Everyone has been saying, Tati, where are you at? She was never voiceless. This whole thing started because of her voice.
So, talking publicly about a wound in my heart that I don't think will ever fully heal is not something I ever wanted to do. I avoided it, even though I felt the heaviness of so much disappointment. Until today, I made no comment, and I made every effort to move through this with dignity. The reality is, every day I struggle quietly trying to rebuild my now-poisoned reputation. The heartbreak that was born from the scandal still lingers, and I feel it won't ever have the opportunity to completely heal until I uncover the truth from all parties involved in the motivation of it all. For over a year now, every time the scandal is revisited, either in mainstream media or through...
I don't think that that's true. I haven't honestly been hearing her name from drama channels or even people on Twitter, or I haven't really heard her name, and when I have, it's mostly people saying, girl, speak up, say something, where are you, please shed light on this. Now, maybe there's, I'm not managing her Twitter account, so maybe she's, getting hate that, I'm not seeing, but I feel as though, and to be honest, even if what she's saying is true, that she's getting, she's the number one target of hate, I don't believe that that's true, but even if that is, again, you started this. Stop calling yourself voiceless when you were the one who started all this. It was your video that set all this off.
I lost over a year of my life terrified of social media and terrified of speaking out against the people who used, coerced, and manipulated me into uploading my video in May of last year. As a result, the damage to my health, relationships, reputation, business, and general well-being have been enormous. The platform that I love, this platform that saved my life and it changed my life, has become toxic.
The community that she loves, or the platform that she loves so much, has become toxic, and it needs peacemakers. I wonder if the people making the place toxic are the ones making the exposed videos on their friends. I'm so glad you would never do that, Tati. Thank you for being a peacemaker.
I was always more of a mentor than a friend to James Charles. I was somebody who gave me advice. He came to my life after he accepted me in 2016, and I met him in person for the first time at a generation beauty event in New York. Not long after that, his cover deal was made public, and he was off to races. I was proud of him, and I wanted nothing but good things for him. A few months later, he was a guest at my wedding, where he did my makeup for my wedding day. It's still my favorite memory of us, as it was a gift getting to know him before all the success. James Charles has made his fair share of mistakes, and there's been scandals. We all have.
So, she says here that she's always believed in James, and he's always been able to, prove himself to be better than he was before, basically. I'm paraphrasing. Or at least that's what I took from it, right? She met James in 2016, and she's been friends with him since then. She met Shane in 2019. She took everything that Shane said at face value about this friend who was literally a guest that did her wedding makeup. She took everything that he said at face value and turned her back, basically, on James. but you believed in him all along. Like, this is what I'm saying. If you screwed up, just say, I screwed up. Which she did, but she's also shifting. First of all, she's trying to shift the blame onto Shane, which I'm not saying that Shane's blameless. What I am saying is that a woman of her age, she made her own decisions. She did. You know, she made the decision to publicly humiliate her friend of 3 years, someone that she held dear, that she loved so much and considered herself a friend and a mentor. She publicly humiliated him in an exposed video because of something these people that she barely knew said. Seems weird.
In the past, I was upset. It never lasted long. He's gifted with charming pain and strength, and I've always admired that. However, prior to the scandal last May, I started growing frustrated with what I perceived as a progressing sense of entitlement, and I felt that he was making some detrimental choices that jeopardized his career and safety. None of my concerns became overwhelming until after I met Shane Wilson. When I made my video, I expressed my opinions about James Charles' behavior. I expressed how much a specific decision he made that I perceived as betrayal hurt me. I was very worried and heartbroken, but I did not lie in that video. I never called James Charles a fucker, and I never said that James Charles was a danger to society. My video was not made with any malice.
But she did, didn't she? Didn't she talk about the dude that supposedly sent her a text message or something like that about James coming on to him and him saying that he was like straight, and James Charles was like, no, you're not straight, I don't think you're straight or whatever, and she called him out and called him disgusting. Well, she didn't call him disgusting. She said that that was disgusting behavior and all that other stuff. Am I missing something? Did that not happen? Because again, this is another person that she didn't know from a hole in a wall. It sounds like this was just some person who happened to meet James Charles and like sent her a DM. I think that's what happened. I might be wrong about that. If I am, please leave that in a comment. But again, here she's taking yet another person who she doesn't know, their words at face value, and not going to James directly and saying, what are you doing, bro? You can't do this. It's not right, and here are the reasons why. She didn't need to make a public video and expose her friend that she loves so much. It just doesn't seem right.
He accepted his sponsorship from the biggest rival to my brand, Beauty. I did not make my video because of violence. I made it as a result of all the poisonous lies were fed to me by Shane Johnson and Jeffree Star. James Charles distributed her sponsorship and all the drama that had picked up afterwards. That was just my breaking point. Yes, I'm a grown woman. I'm smart. I can use this obviously and manipulation on my way, but my guard was down from being heartbroken, and I allowed myself to be worked by Shane, Jeffree, and others. After my video went up, I was never served a lawsuit or any cease and desist letters. I only privated my video at the request of YouTube because YouTube said it was a bad look.
Hold up. So here she's saying that she only privated the video because YouTube stepped in and was like, girl, take this down, please, right? Which also says a lot, because earlier in the video you said that you didn't want any harm to come to anybody, you didn't want to hurt anybody, but even as you saw your friend losing all these subscribers in the matter of a day, 2 days, 3 days, you left that video up. And you would have left it up if it hadn't been for YouTube saying, girl, take it down. And this is what I mean, like, listen, she is entitled to feel however she felt at the time. We all do petty things, and we all can be impulsive at some points, but now she's trying to paint a certain narrative that just doesn't make sense with what actually happened and what she did and what she's doing now. Also, I'm a little bit curious with all the exposed videos, not just in the beauty community, right? You got the exposed videos that came out in the mukbang community, you've got all these videos coming out. Why is YouTube concerned about her particular video? I'm not saying that that's not true. I'm not saying that she's lying. I'm just curious why YouTube would care. Because if anything, YouTube cares about people being on the platform. And there's a bunch of people on the platform now because people are drinking this tea. I don't know.
I should try to reach you over those concerns in person.
Yes. Yes, that's right. Yes, you should have. Because that's what friends do.
And I'm sorry for getting off. The information you were giving me was terrifying. I thought your career and freedom were in jeopardy. I was trying to get you to come down and seek help because I was told there were a lot of victims that were going to come forward to destroy you.
She was afraid for his career, so she made an exposed video to destroy his career, huh? Even if that wasn't her intent, right? Maybe she honestly thought, people will know the real him and people might be a little bit mad at him, but let's be honest, not much is going to happen. Maybe she thought that James Charles had the same status as Jeffree Star, where Jeffree Star could literally do anything. He could probably, throw a... I'm not even going to say that. Anyway, Jeffree Star could literally do anything, and he will probably never really be canceled. He still has millions upon millions upon millions of followers, even after everything is coming out. So maybe she thought that, but at the same time, the reason you make an exposed video is to cause harm to the person that you're exposing. Right? If she's trying to hide behind this narrative that she wanted to help him because there were these victims that were going to come out and they were going to be weaponized against him. But essentially what you've done, if that's what you cared about, you just gave them ammo. If his friend now is saying that he has predatory, behaviors, you just dug his grave. But you already knew that according to you already knew that victims were going to come out and talk against him. So why would you not... If you didn't want his career to be ruined and you were afraid for, who was going to come out against him, why would you say anything at all? Or if you were going to say anything, why make it public? Why would you not just go to him and be like, listen, bro, I'm coming to you because I love you. I need to know what is going on because this is the stuff that I'm hearing. She didn't have to say who she was hearing it from. She could have just said, I'm getting wind of who it's from is not important, but this is what I'm hearing. Is there any truth to it? Please tell me your side of the story. She didn't do any of this. And this is not somebody that she knows just from the community. This is supposedly a friend of hers. She says that she mothered him, they're very close friends. He did her makeup at her wedding. Wouldn't normal people go to that person and say, listen, Ish is about to hit the fan, tell me what's going on? Or hey, even if she didn't want to get that involved, she'd be like, listen, something's about to happen, I don't know what you did, but figure it out. Wouldn't a friend normally do that? I think so, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
I was foolish for believing them. I was scared. I thought if I called you out, you would put your phone down and stop the detrimental behavior I was being made to believe was true. putting that video. I should know better than to fall for their lies and manipulation. But in the
And furthermore, even if she fell for their lies and manipulation, she could have literally gone to James Charles and said, listen, because at this point she had to know when she uploaded this video she was going to lose his friendship anyway, right? So at that point, shouldn't she have just been like, listen, I'm making a video, you need to fix whatever is going on, because if it's true, I'm uploading this video, or, whatever. She could have, if she really wanted him to just put his phone down and work on himself, there are so many other ways that she could have went about it. This, uploading a Bye Sister, a sassy video, a sassy titled video to expose your friend, she didn't need to do that.
and I failed. Instead, I allowed Shane and Jeffrey to put a wedge between our friendship.
That wedge was already there if you allowed them to
Jeffrey
do
started
that.
contacting me early in his music career wanting to meet. But it wasn't until 2017 we started speaking. I knew that Jeffrey had a lot of drama in his past, but when he came to me, he presented himself as someone who changed and was trying to be better. I saw his pain and I felt that I could be a positive influence. As time went on, I learned the influence Jeffrey's star was on Jeffrey's friends online. Yes, he may have been dangerous, but he was always really kind to me. From time to time, I was seeing improvements, which were followed by setbacks thereafter.
That cut right there is kind of telling. Yes, he was always dangerous, but he was always kind to me. If you knew it was dangerous, considering how pure you want people to think you are, wouldn't you just stay away from him? Like, okay, he's nice to you, but that doesn't mean you have to be buddy-buddy with him if you know that he's dangerous and he goes after people. That's a decision that you made, Tati. He didn't manipulate you to make you be his friend. If you knew he was dangerous and knew that you might get hurt by being friends with him, you decided to still be friends with him. Why?
I tried to get involved with my favorite charity, Spirit Awakening Foundation, which helps at-risk kids that have found themselves in legal trouble for trying to change their lives for the better. My intentions with Jeffrey were good, but I was a fool for thinking that I could ever help him become a better person. Which brings me back to another long overdue apology. Jackie and I. Jackie, the moment that Jeffrey went off. The moment that Jeffrey went off on you. The day before my first video collab with him, went live. I should have broke the bills. I was naive. I was excited about the video. I got twisted that you approved of Jeffrey because you were angry that I filmed with someone who had history of being labeled by others as a racist.
So a lot of this is telling, right? She's saying that she was naive. I don't think that she was naive. I think that she saw dollar signs because, truth be told, and I think this is why a lot of people collab with Jeffrey, knowing that he has a past and knowing that he is catty. I'm sure people who, when Jeffrey's not in the room, I'm sure people talk. So I'm sure that most people knew that he was dangerous, right? I think that she knew that she could gain from being on Jeffrey's good side and just by collaborating with him anyway. I don't think that she was naive. I think that she ignored the evidence. And essentially also what she's saying here is that she ignored evidence of him being what Jackie Ina was calling him, and essentially accused Jackie Ina of playing a race card of sorts and just ignored it. Even with everything that she already knew about him, even though there was evidence out there of what Jackie was saying, presumably, because I doubt Jackie would just come out and be like, this person's a racist with nothing to back it up. Tati right now is like, I really like you, Jackie, and she didn't say it yet, but she will. I really like you. I've always enjoyed our time together, this, that, and the third, but you quickly accused her of playing a race card and couldn't give her the courtesy of at least entertaining the idea that Jeffrey might be racist. And also, like, this isn't just like somebody ignoring somebody talking shit about their friend. She still uploaded a collab video. And she's making it sound like she was afraid of Jeffrey. What were you afraid of? If you didn't do anything wrong, what would he have over you? What would he have had over you to blackmail you? Why did you feel pressured to do this collab with him? Seems strange to me. Either your hands are not as clean as you're trying to make it seem, even back at this point, or you made decisions and now you kind of have to stand by them.
In 2018, I saw on the sidelines what happened in Drunk when Mandy Gabriel and Kita. That should have been to me some big red flag of what happens when Jeffrey's not happy with someone. But for some twisted sense of civic duty, I thought it was my responsibility to save Jeffrey's life and try to help him become a better person. When Shane lost his first series that Jeffrey happened, from all outside appearances, it looked like Jeffrey was actually changing for the better.
Here we have another situation where she's like, I could see that Jeffrey was, evil, essentially, but I thought that I could change him. Is it that you thought you could change him? You thought you were going to be the archangel that was going to help him, or did you know that you could benefit from remaining friends with him? Right? After you saw what happened with Manny and the other girl, I don't remember her name, Laura, Gabriel, the people that she mentioned, right? This was in 2018. So you already knew how evil he could be, but you stuck around because you thought you could change him. First of all, what made you think you could change a 30-year-old man? Let's start there. Second of all, does it make more sense that maybe maybe if she was even hopeful that he could change? At the end of the day, I feel as though she knew that she would benefit from being friendly with Jeffrey. She was willing to throw anybody to the wayside to stay on his good side. That's what I think. Don't have proof of that, but what she's saying doesn't make sense to me.
That should have been to me some big red flag of what happens when Jeffrey's not happy with someone. But for some twisted sense of civic duty, I thought it was my responsibility to save Jeffrey's life and try to help him become a better person. When Shane lost his first series that Jeffrey happened, from all outside appearances, it looked like Jeffrey was actually changing for the better. He was accepting responsibility for things that had happened in his past, and he was pledging to be a better person. I believe him again. During those first 2 years of knowing Jeffrey, it's important to know that we did not actually spend much time together. I was invited a few times to go to his home, but I usually declined. On the 2 occasions that I did go to his home, I did not stay long because I don't smoke marijuana and I just don't like to be around it. Likewise, he came to my home on a few occasions and he also did not stay long. So the vast majority of our relationship was primarily by FaceTime, telephone, or texts.
Her mentioning that she doesn't smoke marijuana, was that even necessary? Like, why did she bring that up? I went over to his house twice, but I didn't stay long because I don't smoke marijuana. Like, why did you bring that up? Again, in my opinion, using drugs to make it seem like she's this pure, innocent girl in this, she was in this environment that... But in the same sentence, she says that he came over to my house and didn't stay long either, but she doesn't mention why. Like, that line bugs me because I'm like, you didn't need it. You didn't need to say that. That's why it feels manipulative. It's things like this that just feel manipulative.
Sometimes weeks or months go by without hearing anything from him, but I also heard from him when he was involved in drama, or when he had any launch about happened.
But yet you kept him around. You already know that this is your friend, but you never hear from him unless he's in drama or he's about to launch a new makeup thing. But you kept him around as a friend, and not only did you keep him around, you turned your back on your other friend because of everything that he was saying. Again, why? What was so special about Jeffree Star? I feel like most people, especially someone in her position who has a business, she's not just some girl behind a camera. She has a whole business that she's trying to run, right? Who has time for all this drama? Why does she have all this time for this drama? What is so special about Jeffree Star that she feels that she needs to devote her life to make him a better person? I'm really trying not to be sassy. I'm failing miserably, but what she's saying just doesn't make sense. I think, honestly, what this all boils down to is that she knew Jeffree was useful to her. And she stayed next to that snake, and she played his games. And now it's biting her in the butt, and she's trying to make herself seem like she's this angel, and she's not.
I recognized his power, and his suspicion that I had being used was clouded by the hope that he actually cared for me, and that I was a positive influence in his life. As a result,
Why would you think that?
His statements about others with a grain of salt.
But even that, she had some kind of hope. She clung to hope that she meant something to him, and that he was a positive influence. She was a positive influence on his life. Did he ever show that? No. And you said that. So again, at some point, a woman with a whole business to run and other outside, she's married. Like at some point, wouldn't you just be like, dude, I tried. Bye. Like, no. Why? Because she has. We'll see why soon.
One thing that he did that did concern me a lot was how he would frequently comment about how much dirt he held on other brand owners and members of our YouTube community. I believe that he actually held blackmail material on many people and was capable of destroying the entire community. This worried me about him, and I stayed and I tried my best to be a positive influence. In my opinion, he's gonna go off, guys, and I don't think he will hold back, and I think we need to be prepared. To understand, we need to forgive the people he is holding hostage with. If they open that exposure, we need to be prepared to forgive them. Otherwise, it won't stop. So prepare to not cancel everyone and give them a chance. It's not right. It is not right to try to trap people into saying things that they wouldn't otherwise say. Not right.
Two things. No, that's not how the world works. If somebody did something that they can be blackmailed for, it depends on what that thing is. But if they are actual awful human beings, the people that are currently supporting them deserve to know that. You are not allowed to tell people how they should feel about someone's actions. If what they did, what they're being blackmailed for, is something they should be canceled for, who are you to tell people, just be prepared to forgive them? No. Why? And maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's literally nothing. Maybe, when we see whatever receipts Jeffree has, we could be like, okay, I don't personally see a problem with this or whatever. People are entitled to their own opinions, and they're entitled to who they support. Who are you to sit there and tell people what they should... No. And also, if these people are truly good, I think I already alluded to this, but if people are truly good, why were they able to be put in a position where they've said something that they shouldn't have said? I'm sorry. Jeffree doesn't seem to be holding a gun to anybody's head. If he's telling people or trying to coax people to say certain things, and they're saying it, there's a reason why. And it's not just that Jeffree is a evil person. It's Jeffree is an evil person, and also these people have something to gain from making him happy.
I was blind. I was so blind. I don't want any part anymore. None. Back in 2019, Jeffree started talking a lot more about James Charles than usual. It seemed that doing so had become his biggest obsession. It started with him telling me right before filming our collab together for James Charles' channel that James Charles actually didn't want me there, that he didn't want me to keep tutorials instead he packed it back. Things sort of escalated on my birthday. Every time James Charles' back was turned, Jeffree would tell me that James Charles was out of control. He even texted and called me the following morning to apologize for James Charles' behavior at my birthday dinner and how embarrassed he was for me.
Again, more manipulation. Why? At no point it sounds like she's saying to Jeffree, listen, you're a friend of mine, thank you for watching my back, but James is also a friend of mine. Please stop talking ish about him to me. Like, I know that y'all have your issues or whatever's going on with you. It doesn't include me. Both of you are my friends, and this is making me uncomfortable. Please stop. At no point did she say that. And not only at no point did she say that, but she ended up feeding into it. Like, this is what I mean. Yes, Jeffree is a master manipulator, and it seems like Shane might be as well, or I don't know, but at the end of the day, if Jeffree Star or Shane Dawson told her to jump off a bridge, would she do it? No, because it's dangerous, right? So is potentially putting out an exposed video for things that you don't really have evidence on, or that you don't really know. Also, I'm not even just going on speculation about what normal people would do. That's happened to me, and I've seen other people do it, all the time. When there are 3 or 4, there's a group of friends, and 2 of them have a problem with each other, and the one in the middle, I've had a friend she had a roommate, couldn't stand this girl, couldn't stand her. And anytime she would mention the friend, the roommate, I would have a little snide remark or whatever, and my friend did the grown-up thing, was like, girl, she's my friend, like, could you not, I understand you don't like her, I get it, please. That's what an adult does.
I didn't know much about Shane Dawson. I knew that he was viewed as the king of YouTube, and he had done amazing series with Funny, and I hadn't watched much of anything else other than Jane Paul series and, of course, the series of Jeffree. In all honesty, I was looking forward to meeting Shane. I actually hoped he would want to help me tell my personal story one day about all the pain and heartbreak in my life that led me to start my YouTube channel back in 2010. I wish I researched him better. I wish I watched his old videos. I wish I educated myself and was aware of certain content. All I knew at the time was that Shane Dawson was the most adored documentary filmmaker on YouTube, so I invited him over to my home for the makeup and get to know him. Shane came over one afternoon and gave all I opened up and shared things that I'd only shared with my closest friends. I shared that I'd been victim of sexual assault. I spoke about my faith and told him how deeply I feel for others. He shared with me that he was an empath and that he could feel all of my pain. He pledged his unending friendship and loyalty forever in his life and in the next one. He told me that God had called me to be a beacon of light for the world.
If this is true, Shane is definitely manipulating her, guaranteed. But also, can we talk about how you don't know this kid? You know him as the king of YouTube. You were hoping that he could help you tell your story and make a documentary about you. So you went and opened up your entire life to this person that you don't know. Was a decision to make a documentary about you even agreed upon? Was that in the works and that's why you told him? Or were you just telling him because he's the king of YouTube? Like, what does that mean? Why did you do that? Seems odd. And then here's this person that you barely know telling you basically you're God sent. That doesn't seem weird to you? I don't know. This whole friendship is just strange. So maybe she really felt safe and secure with Shane Dawson. I don't know. But it just seems like a woman. She's not an impressionable young girl. She's a woman in her 30s, almost 40.
Something could be a better place. He also shared that Jeffrey wanted me to have a small role in our docu-series. The entire series was quickly changing because there was something horrible happening in our community with James Charles. He said that James Charles was a monster with many victims. Yes, I knew Shane was friends with Jeffrey and they were working together. And I thought to myself, why was Shane Dawson the king of truth on YouTube? The attorney against James Charles and let these things he was saying true.
This person that you barely know is now the king of truth? Where did that come from? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The king of truth. What does that mean? I'm sorry, that line just completely threw me, and it annoyed me because, again, this to me is her manipulating the situation. She's saying, I trusted Shane, but, he manipulated me to do this, that, and the third. I thought he was so, truthful, but why did you think that? Why did you think that? And here, again, this is a woman, a grown woman who runs a business, who is in the top tier of YouTubers. I find it very hard to believe that she just, out of the goodness of her heart, thinks that everyone's pure and everyone's intentions are good. I don't believe that, especially when you know that he's friends with Jeffrey and Jeffrey's not pure. You know that. You've seen it the entire time. He hasn't really showed you any real change. Tati.
Why did Shane sit in my home and spend so many hours telling me these horrific allegations if they were not true? Shane said that James Charles was a monster and that James Charles was hurting minors. Shane said he was planning to interview victims for the docu-series. He told me that something needed to be done to stop him from hurting more people. Over the course of the next few weeks, he and Jeffrey found so much information that I felt sick. Almost every day, there was more information and new allegations. Eventually, I started believing what they were saying because they said they had evidence. By the time the drama around James Charles' promotion of Sugar Hair reached its peak, I was beyond gaslit.
You believe them because they said they had evidence, but you didn't see any. Again, we're not just talking about someone as far as James Charles, we're not just talking about somebody in the beauty universe. We're talking about somebody that is her close friend, closer to her than Shane is. But she's taking everything that he's saying at face value, and she's using it to make her decision whether or not she's going to make an exposed video against her close friend. It doesn't make sense.
Shane Dawson didn't just know about my sister video. He offered to help edit it. He even offered to design the thumbnail and help title it. I declined his offer, and his gesture supported and reinforced for me that he was telling the truth.
Here's the other thing. I've noticed that people are jumping on this bandwagon. See, Shane said that he wasn't involved, but he offered to make the thumbnail and stuff. Provided that that's true, I don't think that she would. Actually, I don't know if she would lie about that or not. But here's the thing. I don't think that she's necessarily lying about anything. I think she's twisting it, making things sound a certain way to make herself look better. That's what I think. I don't think that she's lying about anything in particular. I think she's being very selective in what she's saying, but not necessarily lying. So here you have her, and she's saying that, he said that he wasn't involved, and he's lying, and now all these people on these in the comment sections and on Twitter, see, Shane lied. Realistically speaking, technically, and I'm not defending Shane Dawson, screw Shane Dawson, he's got so many issues, he needs to be taken off the internet, personally, I think. But, technically he wasn't involved in the video. He didn't tell her what to write, tell her what to say, he didn't press the record button for her, he didn't edit the video, he didn't press publish, she did all of that. Now, do I think that he was egging her on? Absolutely. Of course. But I don't feel like he can be blamed for this decision that she made. Even if she wants to say she was gaslit, she made this decision against her friend. She did this. Because at any point, when Jeffrey and Shane were talking again, she could have been like, dude, I don't want to know about it. Stop telling me he's my friend too. Y'all have issues, that's just on you, leave me out of it. But she didn't do that. And now she's blaming Shane and Jeffrey for her hitting the record button and her uploading it to YouTube. She did that. And the only reason why she took it down was because YouTube told her to. She said that.
I declined his offer, and his gesture supported and reinforced for me that he was telling the truth. What else would jeopardize his career? So surely Jeffrey was telling the truth too. Keep in mind, up to this point, I didn't even know I was making the video, so how is it that some editorial outlets knew something was coming before I even made a decision to film? I had struggled with the decision to film my video for days. The night before I did film, Jeffrey sent me what he claimed was an audio file from an alleged victim and told me to listen to the pain in her voice. The audio was a very small portion of a larger conversation. It wasn't enough for me to contact the authorities. It was enough to scare me.
I'm really curious to know what the person could have said that made you think James is a predator or a pedophile or whatever, but it's not enough for me to call the police. What could the person have said? That's a very serious accusation. I feel like somebody would have I don't know.
As a victim of abuse myself, I know how terrifying it is. To think of facing public humiliation and legal proceedings. It wasn't my place to contact authorities. It was not my place to contact authorities or the alleged victim. And I made no mention of it in my video. The night before posting my video, my sister, I texted Shane sharing my concerns for James Charles, that he was out of the country on the high floor of a hotel and I was afraid for him to himself. Shane texted me back and said that I should not be nervous about the 50th floor, that James Charles was a narcissist and that he would never do that. The day of the video went out, Shane requested to come over to my home and document what was happening. I declined. After a few days of Jeffrey feigning the flames on Blair, no one was scared as they stated would happen. And no evidence came forward as they stated would happen. The last time I spoke with either Jeffrey or Shane on the phone was the night before Jeffrey's never doing this again video.
She has essentially just said that, she said that she was afraid for James's safety, by uploading this video, and she did it because Shane said, don't worry about it. It's fine. He's a narcissist. He's never going to do this, that, or the third, right? Nowhere in this video, I don't know how well Shane and James knew each other, and she hasn't alluded to that. She barely knows Shane. She knows James for quite a while. So again, this is not a situation where Jeffree or Shane is like twisting her arm and has a gun to her head and says, you upload this video and you upload it now. She didn't have to upload it. She didn't have to upload it at that particular time, but she did it. And she's blaming Shane for her taking that action. It's not right. Do I think that Shane is blameless? Absolutely not. Again, I think he absolutely egged her on. But she did these things. She made these decisions. Stop blaming everyone else. Just say, my bad. Listen.
Shortly after the relationship dissolved entirely, and I was so confused. I bought into the conspiracy theory that what happened was all a social experiment, and I think James Charles was even involved, and that there was going to be a big reveal in Shane's docu-series. And I would be the fool who fell for it. Shane never reached out to check on me, and he never shared the trailer with me. The last time I spoke on the phone was before Jeffree's apology video, and I asked him to not include the drama in the series. He only texted me after the trailer was live with an audio message telling me to not worry about it. And the drama was only going to be one episode. For the next few months, I was tormented with subtweets and anyone know there was a huge drama around the corner. I felt that was a liability to them, and that I knew too much, so I put all my text messages in other files on a hard drive and told a few people that I was afraid for my life, and I'd given everything to my lawyers. I was hoping that information with me, because I thought it might keep me safe. My mental and physical health suffered, my business is suffered. It was all I could do to pull myself together for the watch Tati TV.
And therein lies a lot. I think it's interesting that everybody, it's so funny, in recent, and this is not to say that this is definitely the case. I do think it's funny that when when Jeffree or Gabby Hanna or anybody is releasing a palette, album or whatever, suddenly they're in a whole bunch of drama around the time that they're releasing a product, right? She was releasing a beauty brand. Like she was starting a whole new a line of beauty products. Again, not necessarily saying that. I just think it's interesting. If we're holding other people to that standard, just going on by what she has said and how her decisions don't make sense to me, considering who she was friends with and how long she knew them and how she says that she's an empath and she really, feels for other people, but yet still made a video about her close friend that would potentially ruin his career, doesn't seem right to me. Doesn't seem like it makes sense.
And that helped me so much to everyone that came, because I felt like I didn't have community anymore.
Also, that also answers the question why she was so attached to Jeffree, even seeing how awful he was. She had a beauty thing coming out. I might be wrong. That may not be the reason. Maybe she honestly saw light in him and thought that she could fix him, which I don't know why she feels like that's her position to do, but I don't know.
That was ashamed. Do you think? Do I have anything for my community? And I'm so grateful. My subscribers showed up for me. And I'm so happy you're still there. And I'm part of that. Last fall I became so afraid to stay in my only home today, local vlog videos, and I left not over to with it all. I was so sad that I continued to lose weight, couldn't sleep, and slowly I became a shell of my former self.
What does that have to do
I didn't understand fertility treatments in 2019. My mind body was too frail. My mind body was too frail to support pregnancy. It wasn't until serious in December.
Again, I feel like that's manipulative. What does that have to do with literally anything? That sucks. Sucks for her. But what does it have to do with anything?
A few people are ready to come forward with more information, and the pieces of what we believe actually happened are coming together. Make no mistake. This is far from over. I've been terrified for a very long time. So much so that I had to relocate again 2 months ago, and I've taken serious security precautions to ensure my safety. On the advice of my attorney,
I will say I don't think that that's manipulation. I honestly believe that she's probably afraid because even before, like days ago, whenever more and more things started coming out, in my brain I thought to myself, I don't know that he would do this, but Jeffree is rich enough to hire people to do his bidding, Somebody might end up being hurt. Or at least he's in a position where he could do that, and they just have to prove that it was him. That's awful. That's really, really awful. But I'm not, I think that she is absolutely probably terrified. I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared for a lot of people involved. I'm scared for Cam, I'm scared for a lot of people. So I don't think that's manipulation, I think that's legit.
I'm not sure of all of you right now the evidence that we have accumulated of the events that have occurred. However, there will soon come a day where we will be able to present this evidence, and we will be able to see why it is we believe that Jeffree and Shane are responsible for so much of the damage that has been caused. I can't tell you this. It's not my opinion that Jeffree and Shane were both bitter and jealous of James Charles' success. Jeffree presented that so much of his business was centered around his biggest rival, and Shane did not like James Charles wanted to make a documentary. Neither of them were happy standing in his shadow on YouTube anymore.
This line was interesting to me only because just from my own personal experience, I've heard of Jeffree Star, I've heard of James Charles. I was never a fan of Jeffree, so I never watched his videos. I do watch makeup videos. I love makeup tutorials. I had up until Bye Sister, I'd never heard of Tati Westbrook. I've never heard her name before. James Charles, yeah, I've heard of him. I used to watch his videos. I think I'm still subscribed to him. I actually don't know. don't quote me on that. But I'd never heard of Tati Westbrook. So the fact that she seems to be an older YouTuber, meaning she's been on YouTube longer, I think, than James Charles. She is an older person. She had a makeup line that she was now coming out with. All I'm saying is she also had stuff to gain from being rid of James Charles. I'm not saying that that's why she made that video. I'm just saying, if we're being really real, if she's coming out with this idea that Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson were jealous of him, and this is why they did this, which I totally agree with. I don't think that she's wrong. I'm just saying, why did you do it? This is supposed to be a friend of yours. Why did you do it? Telling me the story about you wanted him to do better and you were afraid for his career doesn't fly. That doesn't make sense to me. So why did you do it? This person that also has a makeup line that's coming out and who clearly chose her friends by what she could gain from them. That's what it seems like. I shouldn't say clearly. That's what it seems like to me. Maybe when she is finally allowed to release these receipts and stuff that she's holding for the lawyers, maybe, more light will be shed and I'll be able to be like, okay, no, I get it then. But as of right now, what she's saying, there's a lot of things that she's saying that contradict her actions and what she has said now and before, so.
In early May, when Jeffree went on podcast and denied responsibility for his involvement and placed blame on me, it was both cowardly and defamatory. Last week, when Shane issued his statements about his involvement in all of this, I also perceived them as cowardly and defamatory.
Again, you were the one who made the video. You were the one who uploaded it. Shane asked you if he could help you actually with the video, and you said no. Technically, he wasn't involved in your video. You did that. Being egged on, if Shane told you to jump off a bridge, you wouldn't do it.
I did a really terrible job. I'm not crying, Dad. I'm sorry. I just want to get my life back.
I feel like, again, this is awful to say. I feel like that's more manipulation. Why would you promise your dad you weren't going to cry? You already knew this was going to make you cry. Like you cried in the first video. This is very emotional. You're literally talking about people that supposedly backstabbed you and you backstabbing your own friends and being used as a pawn and stuff. This is all very upsetting. You've lost business. This is a lot of things that have happened to you, albeit possibly because of your own doing, but this is all very upsetting. So why would you tell your dad, I'm not going to cry, and then say on camera, I told my dad I wouldn't cry? Like, it just seems manipulative. It may not be. It may not be. I think there's nothing more, really. She just goes on about her charity after this. I feel really bad. I feel really bad because I want to believe everything that she's saying. And at the end of the day, nobody cares about what I think. I have opinions the same as everyone else, so I decided to post this. But I find it kind of problematic that since she uploaded this video, drama channels and even just people in the comments are like, oh my god, I support her 100%, yes queen, like, shame this and shame that. I think that it is detrimental that no one is asking. I think it's detrimental that nobody's asking questions. Nobody is seeing or asking about the inconsistencies with her own statement. I don't know. A lot of it is very fishy to me.